In this video, we're going to walk you through how to use our advanced data imports tool and compare the run times to the performance of configuration packages. So the first thing I will start with is there's 4 things that we currently support. We currently support importing general ledger data, both in a multidimensional fashion with dimensions 1 through 8. We also have a simple upload, which just does dimensions 1 and 2. And then we also have the ability to import AP and AR all within kind of this general journal view. So as you can imagine, the original purpose this was built to migrate data from things like NAV and GP and other external systems up to Business Central, but this could be used for many applications outside of that. So the example I have today is a 3,000 line advanced data import. What we're going to do first is actually upload this import directly into this general journal here in a second. Then I'm going to compare that to a configuration package. So as you can see here, my file that I've got has about 3,000 lines. We've got some GL accounts, some dates, some document numbers and descriptions, some amounts, and a couple dimensions there. So again, 3,000 lines, and I am going to go ahead and do our simple import in this case. And actually one more quick thing before we go into that, I'm going to do the chart of account translation. So let's look that up real quick. And what this is going to do is it's actually going to allow you to leave your historical GL in your chart of accounts upload, and by taking this nav to BC COA translation that can be used for GP or any other system as well, this is going to take your old number and translate it to the new number here. So you could leave 4010 in, and when it uploads, it would actually change it to 40100, and then it would also take dimensions 101 and 2 and change those to admin and Ben or admin and Carly or Grant, whatever you have set up here. So it just saves you some time in the file, and then we should be good to go for our upload here. Asking you what you want the batch name to be called. The batch name must exist already. That's the only caveat there. I'm going to drag and drop this Excel file real quick, and we'll give it a few seconds here. And then it should go ahead and upload all 3,000 of those lines right into Business Central here. All right, should just be a few more seconds here. We see that it's working on it. Again, that took about 20 seconds in total. So now we're going to compare that to how long it would take with a configuration package. So you can see here, we've got all just over 3,000 lines. We've got the dates, the document numbers, the account types, the account numbers, our dimensions, our external document number, our description, and then out here, we've got our different amounts. I just had it increment by $1 for every line. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and delete this batch real quick. You can see how simple that was. Just delete this real quick and we'll recreate it so that we can do it with a configuration package. All right, perfect. There we go. So let's do his GL again. Historical GL. I'm going to click OK. And now what I'd like to do is come out here to one of our configuration packages. I created one called 3,000 lines, and you can see here that I've narrowed it down to be as efficient as possible. So I've only included 11 fields. Those are going to be those fields that we looked at, that we just imported through our advanced data imports feature. Again, 3,000 lines in about 20 seconds. And again, trying to make this thing run as fast as we possibly can in the configuration package. So I'm going to go ahead and import from Excel. I've got my 2 files here again. I'm just going to drag and drop these. So we'll drag and drop that here. I'm going to click import. And I'm going to start a quick timer to see how long this is going to take real quick. So we'll speed the video recording up here in a second. All right, so now they have been imported, but we know that we've got 2 steps anytime it comes to a configuration package. So our next step is going to be to apply it. So let's go ahead and do that. Again, we'll keep that timer running. All right, and we are done. So I'm going to stop that real quick, just under 3 minutes. We've got all the records inserted, so there were no errors, nothing like that. It wasn't taking any extra time to troubleshoot or work through any of those errors. I'm going to click OK. And honestly, the results should be exactly the same, right? So if I come into my general journal and we go down here, the results are exactly the same. I just switched the document number just so we could indicate that it was truly a different data set, just with the document number there. 3,003 lines again, just like we saw with our advanced data imports tool. But again, I couldn't even get the timer up quick enough to get it started on the import tool that we've created. It ran in just under 20 seconds there. And we're seeing that the full end-to-end configuration package took 3 minutes. Now, 20 seconds versus 3 minutes, not a big chunk of your day. But if you are doing mass uploads for customers that are migrating, or maybe you're migrating yourself, that can add up, right? If you're doing 10 to 20,000 lines at a time in a configuration package, which is where it would kind of start to top out, you can start to use our advanced data imports tool in order to really gain some efficiencies with some of those bigger data sets, right? If we're looking at 20 seconds versus 3 minutes, kind of extrapolate that, if we're looking at 2 minutes versus 30 minutes, obviously that starts to become a huge time saver over the long term. And for people that are doing this on a day-to-day basis, we've definitely seen a lot of good feedback in terms of the productivity that it helps with. So again, advanced data imports, do your data imports in about 1/10 of the time of a configuration package. Right now, we support our 2 forms of journal entries, which are going to be that multidimensional up to 8 dimensions, and our simple, which we kind of went through today. And then we also have the ability to import AR and AP into the general journal specifically. If you have any ideas or feedback, we always love to hear from you. We hope you enjoyed this video, and we hope that you also check out our Business Central Toolbox library. Thanks, everybody.